I had this dream since I was a kid to be world champ at multiple disciplines. And so I got in the sport and I always just outworked everyone. That was sort of my thing, like just work harder. And at some point that becomes counterintuitive and it doesn't get you where you want to go. So like along the way, I don't think that that goal has ever gone away. I still want to do that, but there were a lot of years there sort of in the middle where it was seemingly unfeasible. I said that is something so far away that I don't think I'm ever going to get there. And perhaps it was one of those things where like I didn't have a realistic timeline or like a map to get there, or maybe my confidence was too high or whatever, but the last couple years gave me enough of a reality check to say like, dude, this is going to be a longer process than maybe what we had originally planned. Yeah, I mean, I think about it every day.
Yeah, right.
Like that's my whole existence, is just being better every day. Sessions in my build to Ironman Brazil. That's my first big key race of the early half of the season. I've done 2 races already. One was in Argentina, another one was in California. Those were both half distance, and so my goals for the year revolve around Ironman. And so Ironman Brazil ended up being the call for me, and now I'm in the final, really sort of important prep, and this is one of maybe 3 or 4 key specific sessions to help me prepare.
Describe the workout again.
Yeah, so we had swim this morning, about 4,000 yards, pretty easy. Nice and early, 5:45 to 7, and it's about 9 o'clock now. We'll hop on the bike. The total ride's gonna be about 4 hours, so I'll get somewhere between 90, 95 miles in that time. And then, the specific pieces of the session are a little activation, warm up, and then 3 blocks of 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, all at or above the pace I'll be doing in the Ironman. And the goal is to really just feel what that's like. But also keep it in the context of this week, the previous week, the week that I have coming up. Mm-hmm. This session isn't more important than any of the other days, but it is, like I said, one of the key days for me to feel confident. So I've got EFS in all of my bottles, so I'll do 2 scoops of the Pro, 1 scoop of the regular. Today's a pretty cool day, but it is going to warm up to about 75 degrees by the end of the ride. So the Pro's got a little bit more salt content, but I do like to have the sugar that's in the regular one just for my palate. I find that if I am getting a little bit low in terms of my calories or my glycogen, then I'll sip on that regular EFS that's got that quick sugar, and then even just getting it on my taste buds signals to my brain that like, all right, dude, we're going to be fine. Get some calories on board, and then go for it. And then in addition to the bottles, I'll have, let's see here, I've got my EFS flask back here as well. And yeah, this thing's got calories, aminos, obviously tons of carbs, so yeah, I'll hit this whole thing definitely in the first probably 90 minutes of the ride today, just set up intervals.
Sick.
So yeah, I think like you mentioned, I'm training against a lot of the guys who I'm going to be racing with. I'm seeing what the level's at. And there's 2 things that I think about all the time. There's talent, which for years I didn't think I had. And it wasn't until I got in the lab this year where I was able to actually do some testing and prove that I have some sort of genetic ability or predisposition to do this at a high level. That was really promising, and not everyone has that, so I feel very fortunate that I was given some sort of talent at this thing, long course, endurance, racing, whatever it may be. And the other thing that trumps talent and it trumps work ethic, I think, is the X factor and the willingness to go there. And the passion that it takes to push yourself to that place. And some people just don't have it, and I know I do. So that's like a card I have in my back pocket, because I can go to these races and say, okay, this